This second round, we got to go against guys who are playing at an extremely high level.
They're a team that's been there and done it and have a very high IQ as a whole.
We have to go there and find a way to first two games go over there without the home court advantage this time around. Do it the Minnesota way, take the toughest path to get to a championship.
At this point of the year, we all know what we need to do and what we need not to do.
And once the ball goes out, we're a pretty competitive group.
Our rank, our athleticism, our skill level, we feel like we match up well. We feel like we have a lot of guys that go out there and score and defend. It becomes the mental part and the little details that we have to be 100% sure on.
For us, it's about being the best Timberwolves team that we can be and make our uniqueness our strength. When we are the best version of ourselves, we truly believe that we can accomplish anything.
It's official. The Minnesota Timberwolves are now the scariest team in the NBA for what they have done defensively versus the former champion Denver Nuggets. And I think it's honestly fair to say they've silenced the entire NBA with these last two games. Now in this video, I want to break down some of their defense from this game and show you why there's not many teams in the NBA that can compete with a team like Minnesota as long as they're playing defense like this. Now in this play, watch what we do here. So normally in the NBA, when we run when the Nuggets run a two-man pick and roll between either Michael Porter or Jamal Murray with Jokic as your screen man, it is very hard to defend. Now what we see here is a double team off the screen. They're going to send two at Michael Porter Jr. Okay. Now what to look at here is that they do temporarily leave Jokic open right here, but watch as Kyle Anderson gets back into the play. Now what's impressive about this game is, Kyle Anderson, right? Let alone they had Rudy Gobert out because I believe his wife had a baby, so congratulations to him. But Kyle Anderson had to play a big role here. Now usually when you get Jokic in the paint here, what he wants to do is body his way down. Now one thing you notice here about this defense is Anthony Edwards is staying at that left elbow. Now this is huge because he's not only kind of helping on Jokic if he wants to go to the middle, but he's also still covering this Jamal Murray, and he's got enough space here to realize if he's going to stay put or get that slot cut to the basket going. So that is one thing to notice. Also, you have two guys here protecting the dunker spot. Now, a lot of the time, Jokic, he loves to, body his way in and draw a double team. Now, usually what happens here would be, a guy like Cat would come baseline and try to send the double team, while then Aaron Gordon throws up, gets a lob for an easy dunk, right? Or he can skip a pass over here to the corner for a wide open three, but they did not allow any of that to happen. Jokic posting his way in, Kyle Anderson, great pick from behind, gets a steal, and now we got a fast break transition here for the Denver Nuggets. I mean, the defense was stifling all game long. Guys, like I said, we're going to break down a lot of defensive coverage from this game. I'm going to show you why the Minnesota Timberwolves just actually silenced the NBA. The one thing I've really learned about the Minnesota Timberwolves over the past few months here is they do not have one guy who can't play defense. I mean, even Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I'm sorry if you hear my dog in the background, but look at this defense by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And you got a bigger guy on you in Aaron Gordon who should be able to just go right by you. He should be able to post you up and not, be able to do anything, right? But look at the footwork by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I mean, this is unbelievable defense. Unreal defense. Then you get some help defense on the weak side by Jaden Daniels, knowing that you have Mike Conley guarding the weak side here, both the dunker spot and the three. Boom. Leads him right into Jaden Daniels. I mean, dude, the rotation is so perfect. It really doesn't even make sense. But guys, real quickly, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Go follow my Twitch. It's in the comment section, or not the comment section. It's in the description below. Matty Dubs with 3 S's. I will be streaming Game 3 on Friday. T-Wolves, Nuggets on there. So if you guys want to watch that game with me, make sure you guys go follow the Twitch. Also join this family. Subscribe on this channel. It's free. But let's get back to the video. Now, the Denver Nuggets feed a lot of the time on mismatches on fast break. So on this play specifically, we get a fast break opportunity here for the Denver Nuggets, and then they get an opportunity with Jokic and Mike Conley. Now, I want to give a big shout out here to Karl-Anthony Towns, man. Obviously, with Rudy Gobert out this game, they needed someone to step up as a big man, and he really did step up, not only offensively, but defensively at times as well. I also want to give a big shout out to Naz Reid, man. He was insane. So here we go. We're going to get a post up here on Mike Conley. You're going to send to, and what do we notice right away? They always have Aaron Gordon in the dunker spot. They always have him just sitting right here for an open lob. But notice how Ant is so smart, right? Goes and covers it right away. Notices that Cat's going to bite down, try to send that double team on Jokic in the post on Mike Conley. And look at how this play ends up here. Boom. Now, again, Cat reaching up there, getting a hand in his face, makes Jokic alters, pass here. And then it's a terrible pass off the rim and a nice little rebound there for Anthony Edwards. I mean, the defense was stifling all night long. And to be quite honest with you guys, I have never seen Jokic so flustered in my life in terms of not knowing where to go with this basketball. I mean, quite frankly, you're getting double teamed. There's someone got to be open, but at the same time, there's nobody open because you see Ant, rotate down. You see, now Kyle Anderson. And again, I know a lot of people don't love Kyle Anderson, but this is great placement of where you're supposed to be. You're in the middle of both your guys here. I mean, that is unbelievable defense by not only Kyle Anderson, but the entire Minnesota Timberwolves team. Again, guys, I wasn't planning on making this a Kyle Anderson video, but he just gets a lot of hate sometimes from, outside of the Minnesota Timberwolves fan base for some reason because he's slow or whatnot. But the man does a really good job, man. I swear, I promise you. Look at this play. We're going to get a high pick and roll between Aaron Gordon and Nikola Jokic, and also Naz Reid's a beast as well. But one thing to notice here, if you're Kyle Anderson, a lot of players, what they would do here is fight over the screen, and also Naz Reid would hedge, right, trying to stop Aaron Gordon from either getting to the lane or pulling up for a jump shot, right? Now look at this play here by Kyle Anderson. Instead of fighting over the screen, he goes with Jokic, knowing that his big man, Naz Reid, can handle his own versus Aaron Gordon. Boom, stays in front, right? Doesn't allow Jokic to get an open lane, open cut to the basket, stays in front of him, and now we force an Aaron Gordon step back mid-range, which, guys, I will take this shot 99% of the time. If you told me we're going to give Aaron Gordon this shot 50 times in a game, I would be more than happy to let that happen. Naz Reid, look at that contest, by the way, doing a really good job hedging over, but also getting his hand up and not landing in his landing space, right? Boom, beautiful job, beautiful defense, and a beautiful job by Nickeil Alexander-Walker coming in for the rebound. I mean, dude, everything they do is perfect defensively. If you don't like basketball, just turn on the Minnesota Timberwolves, because this is probably the most beautiful basketball I've ever seen played. Dude, you know what's funny is I've seen like 4 more plays that Kyle Anderson does such an amazing job, but I don't want to make this just about Kyle Anderson. Now, before we get any further into the video, before we watch this play here, as they try to set up like a confusion type of play, make sure you guys do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Guys, it is free, it doesn't cost anything, and we're going to be breaking down film for the Minnesota Timberwolves for the rest of this playoff run, and we're going to be covering them for the offseason and next year as well. So join the family, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. Now that the Timberwolves don't look like right? Comment down below, who do you think is the biggest threat to the Minnesota Timberwolves this season? Right away, we see just physicality, right? This Timberwolves team, if you try to run some BS like what they just did here, you're going to notice real quickly that it's not going to work because they're going to out-physical you guys. They're going to just be more physical. Right, here we go. They're trying to switch. Boom, just gets absolutely destroyed in the middle there, falls to the ground. Now, what I want to show you on this play, we're going to get a DHO, a handoff here to Michael Porter Jr. Boom, right away. Now we go back to getting over the screen and hedging with Naz Reid as well, right? But Naz Reid does a really good job on this play, getting back to his man, right? So, boom, we're going to stunt. We're going to show him that we're there in front of him. And then real quickly, before he even passes, let's actually get back over here to the basketball. Now, notice how Naz Reid is playing him, probably like 2 feet beyond that three-point line, making sure that he is feeling his presence. And also keep in mind, we have 2.5 seconds on the shot clock. I mean, what an amazing job here by Naz Reid. Unbelievable job. Jokic usually doesn't get this type of pressure. But once you apply pressure, it makes guys panic. And when you can make a guy like Jokic panic, you're doing the unheard. Nobody's ever seen a guy like this do this, or a team like Minnesota do this. But man, defense wins championships, and I feel like everybody forgot that. Guys, real quickly, before we finish off this video, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Underdog Fantasy is doing the most legendary thing in the world. Not only, if you use my code in the description, they will give you a free $100 depending on how much you first deposit, but also, they're going to give you a free square as well. Now, what that means is, for example, let's just say Jimmy Butler, right? They're going to have Jimmy Butler over half a point, right? And every single couple of days, they're going to give you freebies that you can just easily win money on. Go claim your free $100 by depositing $100 or whatever you want. They'll match your first deposit, but also go get a free square. Go win money. They have so much you can bet on, and it's not just basketball. If you like MLB, MLB's here as well. They have tennis, they have NHL, they have soccer, they have women's soccer, FIFA, esports, racing, golf. They have everything you could think of, and they have live drafts as well. So if you want to get in an MLB draft and play that, you can. If you want to get in an NBA draft and play with some people, some of your friends, you can do that as well. If you use my code in the description, not only will they match your first deposit, but they're going to give you free money as well in terms of these little bets, right? These little bets that you can put in. Tyrese Halliburton over half a point, the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Go check it out, and let's get right back into the video. All right, here's another really frustrating play here. What should be frustrating for the Nuggets? I mean, you scored 20 points, and it's about, 14 minutes into this game. So you see Jamal Murray bringing the ball up here. They're kind of in like this full court press defense on a fast break where they don't want you to be comfortable. They always want you to feel uncomfortable. And when you're in the NBA and you don't feel comfortable being uncomfortable, you already lost, right? So Jamal Murray's going to bring it up here. I mean, great defense by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I mean, you talk about this T-Wolves team. There are guys up and down this roster who are underrated, who have a chip on their shoulder, who didn't be as drafted as high as they thought they would have. Just dogs, right? And when you have a combination of guys like that, apologize for doing that, but here we go. We're going to send a double here on Jamal Murray with Jaden Daniels, right? Or Jaden McDaniels. Sorry, think about the Commanders football too much. But double team, right? And make this man's life a living hell. And that's exactly what they do. I mean, he can't even throw the ball to his teammate because of how insane they're playing here at the top of the key. I mean, you trap a guy like this with 15 seconds left on the shot clock, 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. This is a thing. This is a thing teams do when there's about 2 minutes left in the game. They're doing it to start the second quarter. Just think about how annoying that might be. Look at Jamal Murray. He is absolutely pissed, and they are still look at how far these guys are playing up. They are saying, "Hey, if you're gonna set screens, you need to be well beyond the three-point line here. And if you're not, I mean, you might as well just think of a new game plan." So here we go, high pick and roll. Look at Jaden McDaniels. Right off the edge, hedge over. Let's try to top block him here. Make sure he can't do shit off of this high pick and roll. Boom, send the double team. And I'm not really too scared of Aaron Gordon as a popper. As a roller, I am a little bit scared of. So let's see what they do here. He's actually just going to stay put, which is interesting. Jamal Murray, pump fakes a three. Great defense, looking for an open man. Finds him in the corner, not even open. Mike Conley, great closeout here. Hand in his face. I mean, he has no room to even move his feet. Pull up three, tough shot at the end of the shot clock. That's going to be off the side of the backboard. I mean, unbelievable. Guys, with all that being said, this video is going to be, 14 to 15 minutes long. So I'm going to end it here. But if you guys want a part 2, because we're only in the second quarter. I mean, that is unbelievable. Comment down below part 2. If you guys get enough comments, enough likes, if we get to 400 likes on this video, I'll be dropping a part 2. Maybe even tomorrow. So let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Join the family. And again, Minnesota Timberwolves, man. They are here. And, they're here to stay as well. Shout out to Minnesota. Let's get it going. Subscribe. Join the family. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.